Hello, hello. Welcome. Ooh. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Doesn't feel like a Sunday. Hey, Jen. Hey, Colleen. Hello, Robert. How you guys doing tonight? Welcome. I am getting the shuffling started. I'm going to pull my cards for our week ahead while everyone's gathering because my husband is smoking some ribs and drumsticks on the grill right now. And I'm determined to eat some tonight. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Kelly. Oh my gosh, Kelly, this old thing. We actually went hiking today and I have hat hair, but I know why. It's because I needed it. I needed it so much. Like just to be in nature was amazing and to actually leave my home and go somewhere where there was green. Thank you. Oh, it's because, and Jen understands, we Leos need the sun. We need the sun. And I feel so much better when there is sun. And I've been getting more. So it brings me to life. Thank you. It looks shiny. That's probably my sweaty forehead. Right, Jen? I'm telling you, I'm like a different human being, like just from being outside. Hey, Debbie, welcome. I'm going to start pulling our cards for the week, as I said, just as everyone's coming in. Yeah, me too, Jen. And it's like sometimes, like especially the winter is the worst, but I'll just hunker in like, well, you know, just rolling with it. You know, I'm rocking, just feeling like pasty and just drawn and all the things and just in for the long haul, but feeling a little better myself. Hey, Deidre, welcome. No, I know, Kelly. No. All right, let's get our Monday card for this week. Perfect. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yes. Okay, so I love this deck. We've had this deck all month. This is our last live with this deck. Not forever, but, you know, I'll be featuring another deck next time we meet. So I'm just wanting to feel into our finale messages with this beautiful walking meditation tarot, Dani'el Norman, and I have a couple updates for you guys on that. Ooh, okay, I got two. I'm going to try again. Tuesday for potential blocker challenge. Two beautiful cards, though. Potential blocker challenge. Two more. All right, well, it's got to be a double. Got it. Wednesday, midweek blessing. How's everybody doing? Around here, I know a lot of people's kids are getting out of school already. We still have another 3 weeks or so, but they head off Friday and they have off tomorrow. So it's been a long weekend. Wednesday, Thursday, how we are growing. Ooh. And then I've been walking around thinking that it was basically June already, and then it is June, and then realized that I have until Thursday before it's June 1st, right? Is that right? Oh, I don't even know what day it is. I think it's Thursday is June 1st, but I can't see the date on here. Is that right? I don't know what today's date is. 28, 31, 1. That's what I think. Chloe has a half day, Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's it. Oh, that's the best when you're a kid. Yeah, I really have no idea. I think it might be the 28th today. Yeah, Erin, you're tired, feeling it. It's been a heck of a week. Astrologically, there was a lot, more than I realized going on. All right. My friend Mila, who usually will join us, she's so bummed because now she's in Bulgaria. She used to be in Mexico, and it's a 7-hour time difference, so it's just too late for her. She hasn't been able to pop on, but she posted a really good video today that really helped explain the squares that are going on and how that's affecting how people are feeling. So I actually shared it in my stories on Facebook and Instagram, but I can pop it here too. It was definitely a great watch because she really explains it in a way that we can I'm an astrological enthusiast, but I don't know it. I don't know all the technical things, and I don't necessarily need to. It's kind of the way I feel about tarot. I can't help but educate as I go, and I'm naming all these things, but really it's the energy that you're relating to. You're understanding the emotion or what it brings out, and I love that. It is the 28th. Apple Watch gets it right. Yeah, Erin, there was a lot. I actually, it made a lot of sense to me. I was listening to it today and was really relating to it. Hey, Savannah, welcome in. Yeah, so June is coming up this week, so we have a lot happening. I was talking about the Walking Meditation Tarot and wanted to tell you that, again, that I've been talking about Marco Polo, the free app that I am using in tandem with connecting here on social media. But each month I'll create a new Sharecast, which is basically just like a landing place for the month where I'm going to post all of my inside, quick, easy stuff that I can record there much more intimately without all the muss and fuss of the social media processes and the captions and all the things that go behind the scenes. So I will be sharing a June link to join that Sharecast for anyone who is interested. I have extra content there. I do a recap of each of these cards on Mondays, special offers, that kind of stuff. Many of you are already there, and thank you. And so with that, one of the things I wanted to offer this month as a thank you was this gorgeous deck comes with a guidebook to walking meditation, and they have a number of walking meditations in here that Dani'el has done and written, and I recorded myself sharing 4 of them and wanted to gift them to everyone. So on the Sharecast for May, I have shared a link to a playlist on YouTube where you can listen to these walking meditations. They're not so much like traditional meditations because, of course, you're walking, or just kind of a guided thing. So if you are interested in joining the Sharecast for May or June, either one, I'm happy to share the link. Beautiful meditations that she's provided that I'm kind of getting to play with my new microphone and mixing and matching and doing all the things. So I hope that you would enjoy them. You are welcome to join us on the Sharecast, and that's my gift to you. So that, and then the empowerment pack. So I just want to give another quick commercial, because we're starting up on Thursday, June 1st. The empowerment pack is when you and I work together for the month. You receive 3 readings from me starting the first of the month, which takes a look for you at your beginning, middle, and end of the month energy, what's coming in. We can focus on specific areas that you have interest in, certain questions or things that you're wanting to feel into the energy, or just general messages. And then we have a reading for the full moon, which is going to be the strawberry moon in Sagittarius on the 3rd. So coming right on up. A second reading, and then the 3rd is the new moon further down into the month. And during the whole month, you and I can interact however frequently you'd like. If you want a 1-card pull on every single day of the month, you may have it because it is unlimited. So 1-card pulls, everybody gets a 15% discount on all of my specials. And this month is special because we're going to have the summer solstice. And I always do a special spread for the summer solstice. That's part of the discount, as is the spring chakra cleaning that I featured today in my self-care Sunday message. So I just wanted to, I realize sometimes I just say empowerment pack and maybe people don't know what it is or what it's all about. If you'd like to know more, I'd love to have you join us, but I'm getting a sense of who all I'm reading for on the 1st. So please do reach out if you're interested. And I do also have just a 1 reading. If you just want 1 reading for the month ahead energy, or in general, it's a 3-card plus reading. So let me know. I'm sorry I'm missing all of these comments. Let me just take a look real quick. Okay. Yes, definitely. If you want a card pull, I see people, please do say so. Because like I said, I know I'm keeping it stepping. I closed my window because I said my husband's smoking things on the grill and it was like coming in here. So I closed the window and I sprayed some sage. As my self-care Sunday message says today, I have been working on cleaning. I made a lot of progress. It is not finished, but definitely feeling the energy of clearing the air energetically and just blowing the dust off of some things, literally and figuratively, and just kind of feeling that energy of cleaning things and like just getting the layers off. And like I found so much stuff yesterday in my room. I was like, this is crazy. I have all these things like from 5 Christmases ago. Yes. Yes, everybody. Let me see who's in. Oh, hey, Kristen. Thank you for joining. I'm doing well. How are you? Went hiking today with the kids, had a really beautiful day, took some lovely pictures. Well, let's get cleansed, right? So I will jump into our cards so we can get to the personal card pulls in a timely manner, and see what's coming up for us this week. So I love that it kicks off with this gorgeous card. It is the Wheel of Fortune. And yes, the wheel is turning. We are, in fact, moving this week from one month to the next, from May to June. And as I mentioned, we will also be transitioning into summer with the summer solstice. Look how gorgeous this card is and showing these different seasons. This is like totally where I was at today. Just beautiful blue skies reflecting on the water, green trees, just so beautiful. But also saw a lot of those fallen trees, and it was giving me tower tree energy because several of our favorite decks that we featured here, including this one, shows a fallen tree as the tower. And I was really struck as I was on this hike today, seeing the fallen trees that had since mosses and new life had grown on the tree and become a habitat for critters and all the things, and showing that beautiful energy of the tower bringing in the new. And so really feeling that energy of, you know, this week, as we're focusing on it for our collective energy, the wheel is turning. We are moving forward deeper into this year. And a lot of the guidance that I have been seeing talk about sort of that first 6 months and the second 6 months. And the first 6 months sort of, again, getting our bearings, moving through, 2022 part 2 into the official kickoff of the astrological year of 2023. And now really getting that wheel turning and really stepping into the themes that are coming forward for this year. All this prepping and planning and seed planting and nurturing and all the things we've been talking about these past 6 months almost are going to start really kicking into growth, coming into fruition, and things really moving. So we kind of have a perfect card to kick off this week. Then we talked about potential blocker challenge. I know, Kristen, I can't believe that it's almost June either. I don't know. I know. And summer, which I'm not mad about at all, but I can't believe it for sure. Yeah, so I'm sorry I'm missing everybody's comments. Yeah. Oh, yes, Kristen, you have been building a deck. Awesome. That's a lot of work, though. Wow. It's going to be worth it, though. So I couldn't get away from 2 cards wanting to come forward for the potential blocker challenge. And so we landed on the 4 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords. Wow. Okay, so that's perfect. So the 4 of Pentacles, Pentacles being about earth energy, root chakra, safety, security, money, material, abundance. 4 of Pentacles is a tendency to hoard or hold on tightly or have some sense of potentially lack or not enough, or even like saving for something or having an opportunity to realign finances or our wealth, whatever that is, right? Energy and materials and all of the things. Here we have the 8 of Swords, which is a card that speaks to things not always being exactly as they seem, that we can perceive limitations, that we can perceive that our options are few, or that we don't have enough, or that we lack something. And it's that one that catches us sort of, if only we removed the blindfold or unbound ourselves, we would see another path, another way. So I love that these two come up together as a potential block or challenge, because it's so funny, because wait till I'll share the pictures from today. There was a dam. It's so much like the pictures of what I was seeing today. And again, so over there, it looks like a rocky, shallow creek. On the other side of the dam is kayaks and paddle boats and all kinds of life going on, because there's this deeper water. And so here, where we see this cutoff, this impasse, it seems it's an impasse, there are other ways, other avenues to get where we're wishing to go, that we do have enough, that we do have what it takes, that we have inner reserves, that we have ways and means that will be shown. So we could be feeling, seeing, perceiving a lack of something, or a shortage of something. Again, Pentacles is often about money or material, but also anything in that realm of, just feeling safe and secure to do something, to take a move, to take a step, or even to say something, because the swords, again, for me, always connect in with also not just the thoughts and in our head, but also the air element, which is the throat chakra, which is speaking our truth, which is being direct, And so again, feeling a lack or a shortage or some type of hold over, like I'm doing this because the traditional Four of Pentacles, if you're familiar, they're holding a pentacle. They have a pentacle on their head. They have one at each foot. It's like this holding. And so it's like a releasing some of that and allowing and realizing that there's many paths and other ways. So kind of definitely feeling this duo has something to say about, potential blocks or challenges. And I'll even say perceived blocks or challenges, right? So then a midweek blessing. Kelly, I'm reading about my girls are very big on spray tanning. And sometimes it's a little orange for me. I'm like, girls, don't put that on your face. Right? Colleen, right? Orange and streaky. There's some good ones out there that get the job done if you're going to a wedding or something. I don't do pantyhose anymore, or stockings. And so sometimes, depending on the time of year and what's going on, I might need to do a little something on the legs, but not the face. Ooh. You're taking a chance there. You make an excellent zebra. It's like the zebra from the Fruit Stripes gum, right? Like a little color in there. All right, so Wednesday is our midweek blessing, and we have the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is good for your deck building, Kristen, because typically the Four of Wands is in our homes. It's in our foundations. It's about stability. It's about reinforcing and having that, these four posts, that we're building something. And it doesn't have to be our physical homes, but in general, it can be about, and we've talked about this card about celebration. And oftentimes when it comes up, sure enough, someone is saying well, it's my birthday this week, or it's my child's birthday, or certainly this time of year, we're talking grads and dads and all of the, functions that can happen of gathering and celebrating. And so this card does speak to things to celebrate. Well, we already know last days of school, winding down, kicking off summer, all those types of things. That's our midweek blessing. So it's sort of like wherever we are, like I said, we still have a few more weeks, but we're in that fun zone where it's from here on out, it really is just going through the motions to finish out. We had field day last week. So there's all these fun things that the kids are doing. So there's just that energy of excitement of celebrating, and again, mixing in with this Wheel of Fortune, turning the wheel, a new month coming up that harkens summer and this new season and all the things that come with it. This is a card of celebrating, and again, can also be focused on the home and building and all of the divine sparks of ideas. And again, if we are clearing out, if we are, even if it's just a small project or something that we're just kind of creating space, yay, I love it. The emojis are back. Cheers, apples and bananas. That it helps to lighten the energy, and then with that comes inspiration. I can't even explain, like, and this just might sound like sad because I don't get out, and that's on me, right? But just walking today, and I'm looking around, I was so inspired, like, and all of a sudden it was like ping, ping, ping. I was just like, why don't I do this more often? You know, like, I didn't see any horses. But what's really cool is this park where I was, people can bring their horses. So when you're walking along the trails, you can run into, we saw lots of horse poop, and that raised lots of Jeffrey's family favorites are, you know, bodily functions. That comes up a lot. So there was a lot of discussion. Like, how does that happen? Because we're seeing how big they are. I'm like, kiddo, you have no idea how big that horse's backside is until you're standing next to it. But it's just funny because it was so inspiring to just shake it up a little bit and change our surroundings. Why did a 12-year-old boy laugh at horse poop? Well, I mean, why not? I think that's the larger question, isn't it? Why wouldn't they? Is there is that a joke? A punchline? Of course they did. But again, get out. Clear your energy, allow yourself to be inspired, shift some things around, move some things around, right? Like, shouldn't we be filling in the blank with our ages and saying, why did the 43-year-old woman laugh at horse poop? All right, Thursday, this gorgeous card is the King of Wands. Yes, the dino in Jurassic Park. Well, also, after the walk at the park, we went to this dairy farm and we got ice cream, and the cows come out and they were close to the fence, and they all started to like get up and move, and they were like fanning their tail, and then all of a sudden the natural aroma of the farm was kicking up, and so the kids were like, oh, you know, and it was like, well, you know, it's sort of like a natural fan, you know, like bringing up all of the beautiful smells. Oh, yes, you are. Yes, Kelly, I got you. You laughed like the 12-year-old boy. And now, okay, so we're all on the same wavelength, and now you're having Dairy Queen ice cream. Got it. Okay. So the King of Wands, and so I love that we have a few Wands cards coming in this week, is the sparks, the fire, the inspiration, our work, our creativity. And the king, of course, represents, you know, sort of the mastery of that energy. And who cannot see the striking beauty of the male cardinal here as we turn the calendar to June 1st. And we're kicking into, I think what's coming into me is a great month of creativity. I haven't even started to look at the moon forecast, but I know that it's the strawberry moon and that it is in the sign of Sagittarius, which of course is feeling very much like the adventurer, the traveler, you know, the sparks, all of the things. So I feel like, oh, Colleen, you worked at DQ? Nice. Ooh, sherbet and vanilla is good too. I love it. See, I already had ice cream today, but I'm sure that makes everybody hungry. And dino poop. So, hey. So I'm loving this as how we are growing, because it feels like, you know, the king is representing the balance of all the things. So in its perfect realized state, embodying all of the wands, it's like, you know, not in burnout, not in a place of just being devoid of creativity, but also not being like fire, 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 and just tearing all over the place, like untethered, you know, ungrounded. It's this perfect blend. And so it kind of comes to the center of that. And that's what we want to grow into. We want to grow into. So many of us create, you know, so many of us have this drive to create, right? And so, you know, being able to channel that, and especially if it is a business, if it's something that you're building for yourself, even if you're doing it on the sides and in the nooks and the crannies, you know, as you work the 9 to 5 or you know, make the donuts, you're also, you know, lighting that creative fire, right? And so I feel like, you know, this, how we are growing is growing into this place of really wielding our wands, our creativity, with abandon, you know, but in a very balanced way. And so I think June is going to be a great month for people to really get to express some of that creativity and dabble and play and use your imagination and create for you, so that even if it is a business, creating for you outside of the pressure of having to create any specific way. You create it and they will come kind of energy. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Blizzards are my favorite. Dairy Queen, Ben and Jerry's, no judgment. Rita's, I know. See, all the summer treats are happening too. All right. Again, if you guys want a card pull, if you haven't said yet, we're going to do Friday and then we'll jump into the card pulls. So feel free to mention below. Yeah, I know. I'm feeling it too. I am loving this pink. I don't know. I've just been really feeling the bright colors, myself. Yeah. Go a little neon. I love it. So here we have our, it's wands again. It's the Ace of Wands. Yes. Okay. So June, sparks of creativity abounding. So, yeah, this is the Ace of Wands. And so the aces bring in new messages, new energy, and the wands are fire, sparks, creativity, you know, all of those things. And so as we turn the calendar page to June, Friday wraps up the week on a new path. You know, no more are we bumping up against these blocks and these thoughts, these ideas, these perceptions that say, I don't have enough, I can't do it, what are they going to do? Are they going to like it? Will they come? You know, what are they going to think? All of that out the window, because June is ushering in this energy of divine sparks of creativity and ideas and all of that. So beautiful, beautiful energy for us to dive into the month. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate that. I thank you to everyone who has given me a little energy exchange. I know I do love to come here, and it's such a highlight for my week. I know many of you have said that too. I appreciate it. I understand we can't all give all the time, but it does really go a long way for me to explain to my husband where I go for a couple of hours every Sunday. So I appreciate that for sure. Thank you so much. Cashew milk, I don't do dairy either like that. But like my creamer is, I use nut pods, which is like a blend of coconut milk and almond milk, but ice cream, from a dairy farm clearly had a lot of dairy in it. Sure enough, my husband and I were both saying our stomachs were aware. All right, let's jump in to our card pulls. Ready when you are. Speaking of all the neon, I would say fluorescent, the neon colors. This is my Marco Island cup that I got for my 40th birthday trip, and I was like, I need to hydrate. I haven't tried cashew either. And I don't drink milk like that usually, but I really have no problem at all with almond milk or coconut milk. You know, I don't eat cereal either, but if I did, it's not a problem for me. Yeah. Thanks, Savannah. The other cup I have that I didn't debut yet, my friend we just got together last week when we went to the expo, Emily, when she was on last week, she got me a Schitt's Creek cup, and it's hilarious. I haven't used it yet, but that's another one that cracks me up. And I don't know if any Schitt's Creek watchers are here, but she gave me my copy of the Schitt's Creek Tarot. So she and I helped to crowdfund, yes, David, crowdfund a Schitt's Creek tarot deck because, well, we thought of the idea first, me, her, and her husband, but we never got around to doing it, so somebody else did it. I'm thinking, speaking of the Marco Polo sharecasts, I might do some themed sharecasts, which again, it's just like subscribing to a YouTube channel or following a page. Like, you don't have to do anything, but you follow. And if I post there, you'll be told. I'm thinking of doing some themed ones, like a Schitt's Creek one. I mentioned before I have a Disney Villains deck. Eventually, I'm going to have some type of a deck sale where I get all of my lightly used or never used decks that are looking for new homes and do kind of like a sale there. So I haven't explored the Schitt's Creek Tarot yet, but like it was totally making me want to go back and binge watch because I haven't watched it in so long. Oh, Colleen's first. I did miss it. Thank you, Jen. Yeah, it's great. I'll show you some pictures of it, Kelly. It's, you want to be a fan, I think, to appreciate, but it's fun. It's really fun. Yeah, I was thinking that would be fun on the Sharecast to do like some themed spots where we can all gather when we want to check things out. All right, Colleen, let's see what's coming up for you. Let's see what we have. Was there a squirrel in here, Robert? Or are you just saying it? I do love a theme as well. You can even pick our picture for the group too. A theme photo. Squirrel. Oh wait, am I missing something from the show? Fill me in. I missed it. All right. Let's see what's coming up for you, Colleen. Something shiny tangents. Okay. No, it's fine. I just missed it. Now I'm getting hot. What? You guys talking about? Yes, I know. It's like if I don't get to catch it before it passes out of my view, I missed it. Ooh, this one has shown up all month. This Six of Pentacles. So this Six of Pentacles is that card of balance and harmony, of giving and receiving, of reciprocity. And, oh, okay. Thank you, Kelly. See, you broke it down for me. So the squirrel is to represent like, oh, look, a squirrel, the shiny thing. I got it. Thank you, Kelly. You're speaking my language slowly, breaking it down. No, that's like, I say I'm a schizophrenic cleaner because I start a project and then I go, oh, let me take this there. Let me do this. Let me sweep. I said before, I sweep up piles and I leave them place. And then everybody walks through it and the dog like noses through it. And then they're like, oh, my husband's like, Riss was sweeping again. I'm like, yeah, it's my pile. There was other things to do. So he's all over. He's getting squirrely with it. Colleen, in looking at your scales, bringing in the balance, we have the Six of Pentacles. Now, this particular is definitely giving me the energy of, like I'm saying, this clear out. Last week I was talking about like cleaning out the flower beds, like cleaning out all of the excess that has built up over the previous season and sort of just lightening something. And so I just feel like this energy of like a small thing that we can do, because sometimes it's like, okay, when the scales are not balanced, so whether it's like, something that we're lacking for ourselves in our self-care or some creativity time or whatever it is that we're needing to kind of align those scales, we always think, well, we need to like take something off of that one side. But we could also add to a side. So there could be like a very intentional one thing that I'm going to do to add to this side of the scale for me, or whatever it is that feels is lacking, or whatever it is that would help to restore some balance for us. So if something has been feeling not quite calibrated or aligned for you when it comes to giving and receiving, is there something that you could intend, something simple, something very doable for you that you could do to help realign those scales a bit for yourself? So that's either going to be adding something to that side or clearing out something from the other side. So, Robert, that is my life as well. And it's me. I'm the one that tells everything the long way. Of course, Alyssa, no problem. Absolutely. So, Colleen, I'm sorry. We're all over the place for you. The scales are like, ooh, but I am feeling this opportunity to clear out some things or, again, redistribute. So maybe some of your pentacles, some of your resources, some of your material, you could shift around. There's some shifting that could do that would help lighten. I just feel this need to lighten. I don't know, just something to clear a little bit from in order to create space on the other side. So definitely some balancing and harmonizing coming in for you. But also, again, in this zone of feeling like, yes, but don't have enough of this or can't this or that, any naysaying that's coming in here is very much so a way of a pattern that we get into in our thoughts and the way that we're seeing things. It's sometimes just one simple little shift, one simple little change to our routine can all of a sudden bring in all the wands, all the sparks, all the ideas, which is kind of cool because it is like this line right here where these cards, there's a shift and a turning happening. There's some blockages here with the pentacles and swords, but it's all wands from here, like all this fiery sparks energy coming in there. So I love that. I hope that speaks to you this week. Okay. Colleen's like, wait, what? It's my turn? That's great. All right, Jen. Chastity, let's see what is coming up for you. Winding down the year, summer is here. What to know for you this week? That was it. Ooh, nice. Queen of Pentacles. Yes, money, honey. I love it. So, Queen of Pentacles. I love it. So that's bringing in I'm sorry, I see you guys. Robert, it's okay. There's one in every class. So balancing work in the apartment. Perfect. I want to see what she says about this Queen of Pentacles. Love the rabbit energy and just this idea of this new path. And the Pentacles are bringing in all of the material, all the safety, all the security, all of the goods to work with, all of the things that meet with all the sparks and all of the wands and the creativity that's happening down here. So I love that. I want to see what we have coming up in the Queen of Pentacles. I don't know that I've seen that one this whole month. Yeah, I got to put these puppies on. Practical and down to earth, you are the ultimate working mother. You have created a life for yourself and your family where you balance your responsibilities, home life, and work. You are independent within a dependent unit. You know the true value of family, financial stability, and your spiritual connection to the outer realms of the universe. Your energy is magnetic, drawing others into your light to gain from your inner wisdom, support, and unconditional love. I love that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're kicking it off. You're revamping things. You launched the new name to the business. You guys are gearing up for the summer and having more time and resources to work together and create things. I love it. So perfect. There is a note here to the spiritual meaning of the rabbit. If you are lucky enough to spot a rabbit, then it may not last long. They jump into your vision just as fast as they jump away. Be quick to recognize when to freeze and when to go for it. Opportunities can leave just as fast as they arrived. Adventure and magic await you. Rabbits are also a symbol of fertility. From birth to age 28 days is the amount of time that the baby stays with the mother. Where in your life are you able to start or finish a cycle? It may be time to make new plans. So that's going to tie in here. So there could be a cycle that's ending. Now, certainly, school days or, our routines changing and switching over are part of that too, like new cycles starting, which brings on new routines, which brings on adjustments and, shifting around of our pentacles, our resources, our energy. So I love that. That's perfect. But you're the queen. So enjoy and continue to create. I look forward to it. I'll be there. Correct. Fertility of fertile with ideas. Pregnant with possibilities is what we say. Pregnant with possibilities and nothing more. Oh, that's great. Kelly, you are next. Let's see what is coming up for you. Card for Kelly. Oh, there it is. 7 of Cups. So look at all these possibilities. And this is that card that tells us about making choices and picking from things, feeling our way. Yes, it's you. It's you, girl. 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is speaking to choices and possibilities and making a choice on how it feels. So, because sometimes we can't see, it's illusory. I always give my nature center example of like reaching into the cup. Ooh, I don't know what it's going to be. Could be snakeskin, could be a pine cone, could be a fur pelt. I don't know. But kind of having that sense of, feeling your way into what choices are right for you. That's what I always get with this card. It's actually giving me like Teletubbies. Remember the Teletubbies, like well, maybe not everybody does, but I remember that whole like green, and then they would come up, and I think it's because of the colors that it's giving me that. Teletubbies. I don't know what that means, but it's popping in my head, so it comes out of my mouth. I am going to see what comes up here with the 7 of Cups. Which one will you choose? Okay, good, Colleen. Yeah, I'm saying like your kids probably watched it. I know my oldest is 17 and she definitely watched it. There were some interesting things on that show. But like the way that the whole thing began with the baby sun like rising up and then the green, like it looks like the rolling hills when they come like popping out of the underground. Yeah. No, you are not as annoying as they are. Stop it. Not at all. So the message in the Walking Meditation Tarot, it was very creepy. Visualize what you want and search your heart space for the answer. Yes, because the cups are going to bring you into the heart chakra. That's why I keep saying, like, how does it feel? Use your intuition to guide you towards the best choice for you. Align in harmony with why you are here. Follow the path that will take you towards your highest calling. Your soul knows the answer, but first you must get clear on your best intentions. You have been prone to illusion and unrealistic ideas in the past, making decisions that have taken you in the opposite direction. Use visualizations and affirmations to place you on the right path. So again, it's like this thoughtful, like not even thoughtful, because I mean like feeling, like considerate, like coming into the heart and mulling over things versus the thinking, right? That's what I wanted to say. And this idea of like just feeling into and then knowing, what choice is right for you and following it that right. You're basically the human form of unrealistic. You're just going to take whatever I say and take it that way. And that means you get the reversed meaning. Let's see what it says. Okay, so at times, right, let's not say necessarily how you're feeling right now, or maybe, overwhelm and anxiety have you cornered and you're unable to make choices. You are unable to move forward into the path that you are destined for, leaving you feeling foggy, scared, and stuck. Get centered, seek clarity, and look at every option in front of you. If need be, write down the negatives and positives of each option. Use the past as a guide. What decisions did you make in the past that did not work for you? Take it slowly through this part of your journey. Every path has its own illusions and temptations. So that's this. Illusions and the temptations are the shiny things. The thing that's calling you and getting your attention. So yeah, but that's okay because it's all part of the process of arriving at the right decision for you. So it's all to say to just trust your feelings, trust your gut, trust how something feels. And more often than not, especially if you do use the past to inform, you will find that ultimately that is really what led you in the direction. Thank you. I'll take it. Bonus for patience. No, you're good. Stop. You're self deprecating. I didn't want to say defecating because we were talking about poop earlier. Deprecating. No self-deprecation. Nicole, I didn't even see you in here. Hey, Nicole. I was going to say a whole thing about that because the Tubby Tustard, which is their way of saying Tubby Custard from that show, also that machine, hands down, it was fart noises. Like, I think that's, the children were trained from that age that the Tubby Tustard machine was making fart noises. So if you know, you know. That's great. Self-defecating. I had to stop for a second and get my words right. All right, Nicole, let's see what's coming up for you. What do we have coming up for Nicole this week? What is coming in? Ooh, Empress. We've got Empress energy, or no, that's the Emperor. I was going to say that's not the Empress, it's the Emperor. So we've got divine masculine energy coming in here with the number 4. So just like the 4 of Wands being about stability and structure, the Emperor comes in with some structure and more stability, and in some way I know it's funny because I got Empress thinking of you, and I'm like, well, I mean, yes, of course, the feminine energy and the creation and all that energy, but I love this masculine, fiery, action-oriented energy, but there's something about, so I pointed this out last time that I see a face in this rock, and today I was seeing faces in all the trees, and it's just feeling like definitely connecting in with nature for sure, and being very secure and stable in that. Like I see here that there's all of this green up here in fertile ground growing, but there's this very firm foundation structure holding it there. Okay, Erin, good luck with your messes. I hear you, girl. Mine is usually, and I'm looking over there now, it's going to be about clearing my bed off so I can sleep in it. So I hear you. We'll definitely get you on the replay. So Nicole, I'm feeling this energy of that fiery, like the masculine energy, but also as a firm, stable foundation, grounded and really solid as you are branching out, right? As you are branching out and expanding. And because I was pulled into the 4 of Wands, that's speaking to career, creativity, our work. And I'm seeing the horses out here. So it's like, like really putting a lot of work and energy and that fire of inspiration into the work and what you're building. But, the Emperor is very strategic and very thorough and grounded in his or their moves, because it's like the Emperor never makes a move that he doesn't know will be successful, that is going to be a worthwhile step in the process. So I'm feeling this very structured, sturdy, stable energy for you, really feeling that number 4. And, you know, and also the wands of it's fire energy. So it's yang energy, coming in through the Emperor, the Four of Wands, and just, you know, coming into June, like, hey, I feel it. So, we're going to be talking more, but I duly noted that we've got Emperor energy coming in here for you for sure. Love it. Okay, I'm seeing here, Savannah. Okay, so it's Savannah's turn. Got it. Oh, good, Nicole. Yeah, feeling the structure. Perfect. You are welcome. Okay, card for Savannah. So I guess that's how it works, Jen. I meant to ask you. So when you say who's next, normally it tags them. And then does that help on the back end that they can find like if they have to catch the replay, they'll be tagged at the point in the live where their card pull was. Does that help them to go right to it? I was wondering that last week, actually. Because I realized that when you put their name, does it tag them and then therefore they can find it? Oh, cool. Okay, nice. I was never sure, like, if you guys then had to, like, be like, I don't know, she's holding, okay, she's still talking. All right, no, you know, like... Okay, Jen, I think so too. I think that's how it works. That's pretty cool. All right, Savannah, let's see what we have coming up for you. Ooh, slippery little suckers. Let's see. Ooh, wink, wink. What's coming up for Savannah? Is it still? Oh, I can't show you. So this is the Two of Wands. It came up last week on our week ahead spread, and I talked about my kayak. So I told you guys, baby steps today. We did go for a family hike walk, but we also, it looks kind of funny, but we put my kayak on the car to practice because we've never done it before. And then we proceeded to get in another car and drive away and leave it on the top of the other car. But it was good practice. This is giving me, reason I'm saying that is because my story was about having received this kayak from my husband 2 Christmases ago and never taking the step to launch it into the water and get to try it, you know, and kind of feeling like all of the steps that it's going to take to get there, because we got to get the rack on the thing, we got to figure out how to do it, and then is it secure, and we got to get there, and then we got to get it off, we got to find out if we're allowed, you know, all the things. The Two of Wands speaks to that process of planning and figuring out, like, this way or that way, you know, making choices, decisions, but it's like that assessment before we take the launch. And so these 2 red boats jump out because it is like, the reason I was like this is because mine is literally sitting on top of my car right now, right under my window. And it's probably going to stay there until we take it somewhere. I don't know. But it's speaking to all this Wands energy that's coming in. Is there something that you've been thinking about doing, or you've been sort of between 2 options, 2 or more options of grappling with choices? Okay, definitely. That you've been kind of standing on the shoreline, assessing and looking at when to make this move or how or where exactly, that this card is coming up to point you in this direction. Because remember, this whole half of the week entering into June is talking about Wands energy, which is the fire element. It's sacral chakra energy. So that's what your passions, your desires, what you're creating in the world, your work, your creativity, but also just the energy that you're expending into with like sparks of ideas. And it can be like a sudden aha, which is what this is. So this is the ace, then comes the 2. So you have this new pathway being highlighted here, this new energy coming in for you on the other side of the beginning of the month. And so June comes in and there's this new spark of an idea, a thought, of clarity around which one to launch or how to go or a direction to take, and then taking some steps. It doesn't have to be full on. Can be, because Wands does have a quicker, faster burning energy. than say the Pentacles, which are the slowest moving suit of the tarot, as I say every week. But this energy feels so good because it's like, yes, the path is clearing. Previously, where we may have seen blockages and inabilities to move, and also not having enough pentacles, enough resources, enough material to make the move, to take the step. We're clearing that out, and we have an opening here. We have a pathway, and now we get to choose the vessel of how we're going to take that. So we're seeing that for you. And I do feel, again, Sagittarius full moon, which is then the 3rd. So we have this like aces, 1, 2, 3 is the 3rd of June, which is this strawberry moon in Sagittarius, which again feels like the adventurer striking out, hopping on that boat and just kind of going on an adventure. So if that's resonating for you about decisions or moves to make or directions to move in, there's some fresh energy coming in for you this month in June that you will have this opportunity to start taking some steps. Perfect. We're right on. I love it. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Now we're getting back on the order. Okay, and then Kristen. All right, I know you guys were discussing. Now it's for Kristen. So let's see what's coming up for you. You're welcome, Savannah. Let's see what we have coming up for Kristen. Oh, you got my pair. So you got the Queen of Swords. So this is, for me, my grandparents were always, Grandmom is the cardinal because it's red, and Pop is the blue jay because it's blue for a boy, even though the red cardinal is male. But I just love that. Look how striking they are. So we have this energy here. Nod to the grandparents, if that says anything, because that's the first thing that popped in my head, or also ancestral energy, or feeling guided, protected, that type of energy coming in. But Queen of Swords to the King of Wands, right? So both of these being cards of embodiment of the energy that these carry. So we talked about the wands being fire, sparks, creativity, ideas, and now the Queen of Swords coming in for you is an energy of the air element, of thoughts, of ideas, of clarity. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I mean, I know it's such a beautiful symbol for signs from spirit, It's something that brings our attention into how nature speaks, right? Nature speaks to us, and how the universe speaks to us. And spiritual breadcrumbs is what I like to say. But it's like learning a whole nother language, and it's very subtle, right? Because you drive around and you see these things and it's striking and it catches your eye, or, the numbers on a license plate or the song on the radio, all those little breadcrumbs. And when you tune into them, being able to really decipher beautiful messages and synchronicities that are coming in to help guide you along your journey. So that's really beautiful. I love that you thought of that. I mean, that's what I felt right away when I saw these together. But so the Queen of Swords embodying being direct, clear, speaking our truth, expressing throat chakra energy. And also, of course, while I'm feeling, chakras, of course, then we have the base, the root chakra, which again, the red also does bring us into bloodline, into ancestral energy, into roots, that type of energy as well. So, the queens, the kings, the pages, the knights can all represent people. It can represent you or people around you, but also personalities, aspects of situations. And so, embodying this energy of fiery expression of our creativity and our passion, but also speaking our truth and being clear and direct. And again, I love like how the branches are all frozen. Like it's sort of just like, cuts right through. But not, again, when these things are in balance, it's not harsh, it's not cutting, it's not hurtful, it's not cold, it's just direct and clear and not very emotional, not very caught up in emotion, but just sort of I mean, both of these have very distinctive calls. I mean, especially the blue jay, everyone can hear, but I know a cardinal from anywhere. I hear a cardinal, I know right away. Like, it's just something that, like, so I feel like it's like your senses being very in tune, like very fine tuned, where you're very perceptive and you're able to, you know, to decipher things really clearly. And so there's just this energy of, and also birds are messengers. So birds represent messenger energy, and so does the ace energy, brings in news or new energy. So, you know, this is also feeling like potentially receiving some type of messages or something coming in for you that you could be getting very soon as well, that also sort of, again, starts to open up a pathway or a direction or something that becomes clear for you from a communication or a message or something that comes clear for you. Oh, hey, Emily, welcome. I was talking about you. I was telling everybody about the Schitt's Creek Tarot. So you've been feeling that a lot lately. Oh, perfect. Yeah, connecting with nature, the animals, the insects. Yeah, definitely. Especially because you've been working outside, and, you know, it's so neat when, like, you are able to slow down enough to really notice and perceive, you know, there's a whole other galaxy of things going on down there too, in addition to the galaxy up there, you know? So it's like, this was like the spiritual energy coming in, but also connecting in with all the little things to be able to decipher those messages that are really connecting in for you and showing that path forward. So I love that. And hey, literally watching out for these guys, you know, seeing them, hearing them, and knowing that that is a sign from spirit for you, for sure. Yeah. Beautiful. I know. I'm saying I loved it today. It just felt so good. I was like, why don't I do this more? Really trying to make more time to be in nature, for sure. Okay, Erin's next. She's catching the replay. Emily, I know. We dropped the ball. We hemmed, we hawed, we didn't take the steps, and the Schitt's Creek Tarot has been created. I know. Thank you for popping in. Talk to you later. You're welcome, Kristen. Okay, this is for Erin on the replay. So let's see what is coming up for you, Erin. Message for you. Okay, Three of Swords energy. And this is a beautiful version of the Three of Swords. I thought it was so clever how you see the heart carved out in the snow, and then the three swords. Now, traditionally, the Three of Swords can represent a form of heartbreak or sadness or some type of loss, with a message that talks about the silver lining being the rainbow after the storm. And here, really representing like these pins being stuck into aspects, they feel much more like past heartbreak, hurts, things that pierce, you know, and these are sort of like, I've said before, like stick a fork in it, it's done. Like this finishing up of a cycle that can have to do with, and we see here, there's the winter, right? And then that's really what's being highlighted here. And of course, the swords speak to that energy as well, of highlighting that energy of the winter, you know, and the winter period, a period of winter in our life. Evolution, that's a great word. And this idea of this wheel of evolution, this wheel turning, that this too shall pass. And when it does, I take with me all of the purpose that season has served, right? The winter, the cold, the bleakness, it serves a purpose. There's a reason that it helps to continue that wheel to turn. It helps to be the thing that allows things to sleep and rest in nature. And then that wheel turns and things start to awaken again and be brought to come back to life in a way. But let's see what we have in here for this Three of Swords. What is coming up there? That's not the book. It's this one. Okay. a troubled heart. So it speaks to a test of faith, and that the energy around you may not make complete sense, and that can create anguish, frustration, pain, and grief. So keep in mind that this too shall pass, it says. And, oh, hey, Kendra. Hello, goodbye. Of course you can. No problem. It will be here for you. Oh, I'm going to have to scroll back with you guys in your David Duchovny's to catch up. So keeping in mind that this too shall pass, and there is growth at the end of this phase. Yeah, so this is an opportunity to dig deeper into your inner self and learn more about who you are. How can you get out of your 3D experience and into the upper dimension to truly see the bigger picture? Whatever is happening for you, not to you. I know, cliche, but it's true. Now, what I'm getting there is even in the frustration, since that was one of the emotions mentioned with the Three of Swords, in having a lot to do, to clean up, to get dinner, to take care of all the things, speaking to these different seasons of our life, right? And this idea that you are in a particular season now that is very physically demanding for caring for your son and all of the things that come along with that fun age, and the potential messes and prepping and all the things that need to be tended to, and how in a very 3D way that can be very grating. It can be it's a lot to carry, right? And so that can also be like a heartache, like a heaviness in the chest that we're carrying. And yet there's this invitation here for us to, when we are able to step back and kind of take that wider lens view that sort of sees the wheel turn and the evolution of this too shall pass, so that when we go back to, and your list will get longer as he gets older, when you can remember different phases. So newborn phase, right? The sleepless nights, or the colic, or just that whole period of sleep deprivation period, like whatever fell in under that umbrella, to all of a sudden when they get on some type of a schedule, or they become more independent. And I can actually hear you being like, yes, but then they also start getting into everything, and you have to baby proof everything, and then they don't stay where you put them, so then they move all over, and you have to and that's the thing, each one of these stages are going to have within them their blessings and their challenges, and it is a lot. It's a lot, period, right? It's a lot emotionally, it's a lot energetically. There's these high highs and these low lows. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. It's just this presence with the seasons of life, and the heaviness sometimes of the things that we have to do or that we're responsible for. And yet, as that message was beautifully saying, that this too shall pass, and that, this is going to be annoying too. You might actually miss some of it. I know. I was just thinking, because the park I went to today, the last time I was there, I was pregnant with my now 7-year-old. And it was just wow. I'm at the place where it's I know somebody was in a stroller, but I don't even know who was in the stroller, because it's a blur, so it's these precious moments. Meanwhile, we weren't even all there, because my 17-year-old is living her best life at the shore with her friend and their family for Memorial Day weekend. So she wasn't even there, so it's I feel myself stretched across these different stages, right? And these different places. So there's that too. So, however that may be speaking to you when you listen to the replay, feel free to, if you want anything clarified, but I am feeling this energy of the silver lining in all of anything heavy, anything. But I was just getting a nod there to some of those, responsibilities and and what do they say? The days are long, but the years are short. And it's so true. It really is. So I hope that resonates for you. Okay, how are we doing? Let's see. Robert, Kristen, catching up on you guys. Okay, Debbie, let's see what we have for you. I'm sorry. One more thing about the flatulence. So this made me think of it. Another very entertaining thing that's been going on here is, I guess it's probably from TikTok, but I saw it on Instagram of a trick that you can do with a bendy straw that has created hours of fun in the Jeffries household. That has to do with tucking the straw under here and blowing. That's all. Okay. So everybody laughs at fart noises. So it's just a crowd pleaser. And also, if you've ever seen like the YouTube videos of like the guys that go around like Walmart and they have like the fart machine. Well, this one, it just tucks in and you just walk by or you like bend over to get something in the pantry, and it was very entertaining. So I just felt the need to share with all of you since I have a bendy straw. I've never heard you do that. Now I'm going to have to listen. How often does she mention butts? That's great. All right. Okay, I can tell another story, which is simply that my husband claims that it's actually healthy to others in his environment when the natural gases are released. And that reminds me of it with the healthy green heart coming from the back. Debbie, we are building up to your card pull here. Oh my gosh, I never realized. Elephant butts and fart noises. Well, Robert, you're going to have a bendy straw on hand because I'm telling you, it just amplifies everything. It's very entertaining. Debbie, it's your turn. Now that I set them into a tizzy of comments about butts and farting. It's just you and me here, girl. Let's see what's coming up for you. Oh, that one's winking at us. Ooh, I like it. 3 of Pentacles. Look at those fungi. Love it. Beautiful. So you could sing a rap song about butts. But can you tell a lie? Yes, I like big butts and I cannot lie. Correct. Little mushies. I love it. I love the yellow energy. Anaconda. Don't want. Oh, Becky. Yes. No. She's got another one. She's got another one up her sleeve. Debbie. All right, let me look at this. I want to see about the fungi, if they are addressed here, because that yellow is striking, giving me solar plexus goodness for you. Ooh, 3 fairy houses. So teamwork and collaboration is needed to propel you forward into the greater realms of existence. By expanding your own wealth of knowledge and sharing it with the world, you are helping to raise the vibrations of others within your community. Raise your frequency by stepping into your soul mission, sharing it with the world. In turn, you will raise the vibration of the collective consciousness. So it's not giving us any insight into mushroom symbolism per se. I wanted to see that, although I know that mushrooms are very intelligent and connected. There's like this interconnectedness. And that's what, of course, the 3 of Pentacles is speaking to: collaborations and consultations. And I was thinking like something with you connecting with others in order to propel you, as the wording here is, propel you forward into the greater realms of existence. So there could be some type of collaborations or consultations with others to propel you forward. And I love that it's bringing in the pentacles. It's bringing in energy exchange. It's bringing in some type of connection there, and it's noting community. So perhaps even locally or within your community in some way that you would be connecting or interacting or collaborating with others. So I love that for you. And, you know, this whole back end of the week is really bringing in the sparks and the creativity and the fire and the passion. So allow that to really propel you. That's a great word that's coming in here. Propel you forward. And then also, you know, again, this yellow is giving me that solar plexus. So that's like that confidence, the courage, the bravery to chase your joy, to connect in with your joy, to collaborate joyfully with others in a way that is beautiful. Yeah, lots of beautiful energy coming in. Great. Yeah, I love that. I guess these are actually called fairy houses. Is that the type of mushroom? I don't know. I'm not familiar, but I like that it called them fairy houses too. So there might be some further symbolism there as well. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, you have yellow on today. Perfect. Sunny. I love it. Deidre's next. Let's see what's coming up for you. Yeah, I love that bright color. It just drew me right in right away. Is that true, Kelly? I'm gullible. You can trick me because I don't know the answer. Tinkerbell told you that. They do work as like an umbrella for the fairies. I'm like, they do? Deidre, let's see what's coming up for you. Okay, you have the 9 of Swords coming in here. So we went from that bright sunny yellow to this gray display. And that is bringing us like right into here, right? Because the 9 of Swords is that hamster wheel of thinking, right? Hamster wheel of thoughts, the stuff that keeps us up at night, right? This was our potential blocker challenge this week, which 8 of Swords also giving us that perception or that loop of limitation, right? A loop of limitation. And again, the 4 of Pentacles was highlighting, so we'll bring that in here. I like that. We need that brightness in the center to bring in the shed some light on things that maybe have been circling around, you know, because those thoughts and that perception of limitation isn't real, right? It just can feel, look, seem real, but that doesn't make it so, right? So again, any perception of limitation, of lack, of shortage of anything is you know, that monkey mind, that wheel of energy that can tend to spin, right? Constant overthinker. So that means that you're in my club, right? Because I like to say that I am not only a member, but I am the president of the Overthinkers Anonymous Club. And so that is one of my lines. And I'd like to say that I'm working on that. I'm not trying to cast any spells by saying so, but there is something about having a beautiful mind, having an active mind, right? And the idea that we can get in these loops. We can get in these loops. And we recognize that because you can see, like, this just doesn't even feel right. That's not you. That is not your energy to me at all. And it's not my energy either. And yet I find myself here so often. There's a couple other members of the club here too. And it's sneaky because it certainly can look that way and feel that way and all the things. So there's overthinking that can occur for sure. And over time, those perceived limitations, and then those thoughts can gain credibility because of their frequent flying, right? Like constantly being there. So perception can become one's reality. Positive thought creates utopia and happiness. I love that. And actually, and Deidre, I'm not sure if you were with me the month that we did in the empowerment pack where we were challenged to spend so much time focusing on the positive, right? So when a thought comes in, instead of allowing it to just run into that loop, we would spend so many seconds bringing in the positive thoughts or refocusing and having like this mindful practice to do so. But let me just take a look and see what is coming in here with this Nine of Swords. Some guidance here. Okay. Everything appears scarier, and I would replace that word with anything that seems truer, that seems more realistic, in dim light. Everything appears scarier in dim light. The dark night of the soul, intense anxiety, fear, and worry have got the best of you. You are allowing your thoughts to control your mind and your life. You are in a state of very low frequency and are allowing dark energy to take over. Every emotion is being built upon as you travel down a never-ending thought process of negativity. Lots of swordsiness in that. Your thoughts are keeping you up at night. If you can get out of your 4D mindset and look towards the light, you could see that fear is an illusion. Everything in front of you can be helped and worked upon. There is positive in everything that you are intertwined with. The only person that can give your thoughts power is you. So I don't know. I don't feel, I understand that that is what the Nine of Swords energy can feel like and can come across as, but actually this is talking about the reversed. So when it's challenged, it's saying that you have come to realize that the situation is not as bad as you once thought. You have been able to work through your 4D emotions and bring yourself to a higher state of mind and frequency. If you have not yet released your fears, it is time for deep reflection. Your fears are crippling your life and depleting your life force energy. So to me, it's like, because we are in the club, we know this. We know that's true. And we understand as overthinkers that that is absolutely a version of reality that can present itself when we're in the loop. And it doesn't even have to be doom and gloom. It's more just like being in a loop of overthinking. So even if it is like making a pleasant decision, it doesn't have to be about doom and gloom and lack. It can just be anything, and just like being very deliberate in our decision making and very, thoughtful, full of thoughts that can be very mentally draining, mentally depleting. Oh gosh, I couldn't even play that. Checkers and chess. So I just feel like, if you're feeling in any way, like, again, like I said, I don't feel your energy like that. It's just that I am a thoughtful person who has a tendency to overthink, right? I'm choosing my words carefully because, like I said, I don't want to paint myself into some box. I don't want to, I'm trying to take my power back by, tongue in cheek saying I'm the president of the Overthinkers Anonymous Club, but I don't mean to cast that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's how it can appear, but it's not. I actually believe that there's a lot of gifts in the ability to use the mind to access other things like our creativity and like, sparks of ideas and understandings, but then it can have a propensity to be in excess, right? So challenge your thoughts or beliefs. Yeah, to do the things that you overthink about. Yeah, that's simple. No, you're not a negative person. Perfect. I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not pinning that on you because that is not my understanding at all. I love what you're saying there though. You're challenging your thoughts. That is so awesome because that's the thing. You're not in charge of your thoughts, right? The thoughts will drift in and drift out. And so when they're looming, when they're hanging around, you're taking your power back by challenging those thoughts or beliefs and actually taking action on those things that you have been overthinking about. That's perfect. I love that. That's beautiful. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it's so important. It's so needed. And so that's the thing. I know like you have so much intuitively already coming in that like, I guess I'm just here to say, yes, Yes. Yes, I think that that's perfect what you're doing. And just we're recalibrating, reprogramming the mind to work with us, to work for us, to realign like the chain of command, and also like detaching from any like labeling of relationship with our thoughts, because they're not ours. It's just energy moving. So I love that. You are so on the right track with that, and coming right back into the sunny disposition that you absolutely are. I love that. Great way to look at it too. Absolutely a beautiful soul. Okay, Alyssa is catching the replay. So we will have your card for you on the replay. Let's see what's coming up. Beautiful. Card for Alyssa. There it is. Talk amongst yourselves. There we go. It's here. The Knight of Wands. More wands, more creativity, more sparks, more action. I love it. So this is bringing in action. Definitely bringing in action. The Knight of Wands is a doer. So, you know, back half of the week, bringing in all these sparks. Wands, wands, wands. This is a chipmunk. Not a squirrel, but a little furry rodent nonetheless. So that's great. So it is a chipmunk, but nonetheless, definitely has that tendency, right, to go all over. And I know that this card will talk about that, because there's a gathering energy of the chipmunk, of gathering up all of the things and holding all of the things and then creating with it, right? And then being creative with it. Yes, Kelly, it's another one of my tricks. I'm reading your mind. It's another service I provide. I love that. That's what's so fun. And that's what is fun about Alive, is like, we're all here, we're all bringing energies moving in and out, and then it starts to sync and it's so fun. I love it. And then the universe gets the memo and starts giving us more fodder. I love it. So the Knight of Wands, you're excited, you're charged up, you're ready to get to it. Yes, you can see clearly now. You have so much passion inside and are directing that energy into adventure and inspired action. Yes, because the Knight of Wands is the Sagittarius energy as well. So again, this full moon, I can't wait to tune in to the full moon, to really feel into what's coming up with this full moon, because we're ending cycles. That's what the full moon is, the end of the cycle. So perfect that we've got this wheel coming on to the scene, the Wheel of Fortune turning, bringing in new month, new fresh energy, new cycle. And with it is coming all of this Sagittarian energy of that eagerness, those sparks, and all of it that is coming up for you for sure. So taking inspired action. You cannot sit still. Live life to the fullest and learn along the way. Ignite that fire within and drive it into something tangible. You are willing to take risks to dive deeper into your spiritual growth and learning process. Make sure to make a solid plan. Build from a solid structure. It's literally this card, which is our midweek blessing of building from a solid structure, right? And so it's like, again, this sturdy, reliable horse energy we see in the pasture in the background, these strong wands. That's exactly what you're doing. And you're going to be heading out. You are gearing up for this great adventure and creating, building something new and exciting and strong in your life. So I totally feel that for you, and this new season that's coming in for you. So it's almost like really stepping into that energy and starting to embody that energy, which is this, right? Embody the wands, embody the energy of all of this zest and fire and passion and belief in what you are building and where you are going. And so that's beautiful. The chipmunk, spiritual meaning, seeing a chipmunk brings a sense of awe. Or in this class, can bring a sense of, of what? As you watch them running around, collecting food, you can see that they plan their journey. They do not dive right in, for there are larger animals out there to attack them. They are tactical and use every inch of their mouth to carry what they can back to their hole. Use your time wisely. Get things done with the resources that you have. Right? Get things done with the resources that you have. Save for a rainy day. Adapt to each situation, and know that sometimes plans have to change due to unforeseen situations. I mean, you're no stranger to any of those things. So I just think that's just a further validation how much this energy is for you. You know, yes, always ready to shift and change and redirect resources at the drop of a hat, because those things come up, right? And do and have for sure. But this is really about turning the wheel and putting focus on all the new amazing things that you are stepping into now. So that's what's coming up here for you for sure. Okay. Let's see. What do we have coming up? Kat. I didn't see Kat here either. Hi, Kat. Let's get your card. Let's see what's coming up for you. Card for Kat, please. I thought I was going to... Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say I hadn't seen her. Oh, she's at work. Okay. Card for Kat. I felt that one. Ooh, the Hierophant. Check out this. It's like literally my pictures from today. This is awesome. So the Hierophant. So that is the energy of spiritual growth and ascension, and can even be like a spiritual teacher, or sort of like a guru, or like a protege energy, like a mentor to a mentee energy of learning something. Kat, you're here. This is your card. Hello. So you have this energy coming in. This is a major arcana card. So it's showing you sort of on this path, on this spiritual growth, right? On this path of your spiritual growth. You're like literally perfect. I just drew it. So here, the Hierophant energy is like spiritual ascension, like learning and growth on a spiritual path, but also in general can also represent like learning something new or teaching something new. So teacher-student energy, or like a mentor-mentee energy. But being on this path that you can see is very beautifully blessed with this energy of forward movement, but also like growth, like really, and again, like I'm feeling the connection to like spiritual growth coming in for you. And major arcana are just like significant stops along the path, you know. And as that ties in with all of this energy for our week ahead, the other major arcana card coming up is this gorgeous Wheel of Fortune, the card that shows the turning of the wheel, coming into a new month, a new season, and moving through seasons of life as well, and how through all of those seasons we're learning, we're growing, and we are ascending, we're expanding. And so, you know, through that expansion, it's that, you know, I now know what it is I didn't know then, like through the experience of having walked this path, or maybe taken that path, or veering off that way, and all of those things bringing learning and growth and expansion. So let's just see what she has in here for the Hierophant for any added messages. Okay, walking through the forest, or anywhere for that matter, helps you to see things in a different way. There are times when I have taken photos on my walks only to come home and re-look at those photos and find a magical orb on the photo. Yeah, I took one today, actually, that had that, and I love that too. So she's speaking to, coming back in and seeing it there after the fact. I see these as symbols and a reflection of my inner workings. In this photo, I see a stairway to a greater realm of knowledge. That is what the Hierophant is, a teacher of enlightenment, a conduit to the unknown. So whether the teacher be of earth or in other realms of existence, you are being called to work with a teacher, a mentor, a guide, an ancestor, or a guiding authority. Be open to a new way of being and seeing the world around you. Not only are you ready to see with new eyes, but also your soul is preparing to ascend to a new level of consciousness. Get ready to expand, learn, and ignite. Perfect. We've got all wands here for the whole back end of this week, which wands are the fire element, which is about the sparks and inspiration. So I love that. Okay, I lost my place. When the student is ready to expand, how many times did I say expand and expansion? The teacher will appear. This is someone or something that will radically change your thought process, leaving you changed forever. What are you being drawn to learn? So, that's just a little seed of spark of an idea to just have you being aware, or maybe you already know that there's something that you've been feeling the nudge to explore further or learn more about, or about yourself, or a skill, or anything, that there's a nod to opening yourself up to expansion on that energetic level, where it's about, recognizing that you will then send the energy out to the universe that says that I'm ready, and then the teacher appears, right? Then the people, the places, the things, the resources all then come to your path. So there's this initiation onto this path. So that's really beautiful. Oh, that's good timing for you. Perfect. So yeah, beautiful card, and bringing in that energy of learning, growth, and expansion. Lovely and beautiful timing that you got here just in time. I hope you had a good night with work. Awesome. Okay. Kendra is next and catching the replay. Kendra, I was so confused. I thought, oh, maybe I'll actually make it if she does her. I thought you might have been doing your Sunday drop tomorrow. So now I will do what I always do and go back and look at all your beautiful things and say, oh. Oh, good. So everything's been opening up for you on the path. Perfect. Oh, I love that, Robert. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's a point too, is like if you feel drawn to something, like I'm not saying it's me, but I'm saying like if, that's the kind of way that these things present. It doesn't even have to be a very formal student-teacher experience, but learning from others and connecting and making those connections and having that be a part of your journey on your path, for sure. I love that. There is so much cool stuff to learn, that's for sure. Always more to learn, too. Okay, my husband's texting me. Meat is still hot. Okay, good to know. And then apparently my kid has a friend over that he didn't know was here. Oh, gosh. The natives are restless. All right. Kendra. I know, Robert. I know that was risky for me to repeat. The meat is still hot. I know, and I expect you to behave. I know. What's wrong with me? I knew it. I read it, and then I was like, I said it out loud, didn't I? Right? I'm reading your mind again. I'm reading your mind. You see what I'm saying? It's like we're all one. I know you can't. And the truth is, if I wasn't sitting in the teacher chair, obviously I can't behave either. It's taken me a lot of overthinking to get to this place. I didn't become the president for nothing. All right. Oh, I see it right here, Kendra. Ooh, yes. This is the sun. Here comes the sun, little darling. Look at that. Woo. But it's like a sun, like absolutely feeling like grounded there, like just feeling that red. But the sun is all the things. The sun is one of, if not the most positive card of the tarot. I love it. See, now I know, Kristen, when you say 12-year-old brain, you're talking about yourself. Now I know, or one of yourselves, right? Jen stopped you. Okay, she's your censor over there. I love it. So, Kendra, the sun energy coming in. Oh, you're here. The sun coming in. I didn't think you were here, girl. Yay. Let's see what the sun says here, because I don't think this card has come up yet this month. There is nothing like that hot sun on a beautiful sunny and warm day by the beach. It brings about happiness, healing, and peace. Stay too long in that hazy, lazy feeling, though, and you will get burnt. That is the beauty of the sun. It is a beautiful way to connect to yourself. But if you stay too long in one place, then you do not have time to explore anything else. The sun forces you along through each sunset and sunrise. In the middle of those days, there is time to play and ignite that inner child within you. I mean, this is like, I'm looking to see if your picture is here. It's so you. Yes. Beautiful. Yeah, I know, like a pun about the sun because of how it has been affecting you physically. But isn't that interesting that this is talking about the need to not stay in one place too long, and that in between those sunrises and sunsets in each place, that you have the ability to play and to be in your inner child, and how that is where you thrive. We actually said earlier before you came on that we were talking about Leos, and we were talking about the sun and how we love our sun and how we need the sun, and how that has just been like reviving me, and I'm getting back to my place, right? And you have a margarita in your hand right now. So that's also helpful as well, for sure. So the message here says, you are a ray of light, illuminating the space where you stand. You are aligned and ready to share your knowledge and warmth with the world. You are a healer. You are energized by the positive energy that surrounds you. You have taken yourself to new heights and have entered a higher dimension of thought and understanding. The new spark within you is allowing your inner child to come forth and help you through your day-to-day life, adding more fun and tranquility into your everyday experience. I already know. I know this is so true for you. No matter what you are doing or where you are going, you can now see the positive in every dark situation. Share your light with the world. It's just beautiful. I love it. It's warm and sunny, and it's who you are, right? It's just shining your light unapologetically in a very playful way that is connected in with the inner child. And I love how it was describing it as like, you know, a new way of being that's actually like a return to the original state that we all, you know, getting back to connecting with our inner child is where we are all destined to be, is to going through this fool's journey and going through that process of healing and that process of dealing with all the things that get us away from that natural state, and reclaiming that and shining it and having a margarita while you're doing it. So it's beautiful. And your middle name is Ray, and you hated it then. Oh, I was totally going to name one of my children Sunny Ray when I was like in like middle school or high school, making up all my kids' names. One of them was going to be Sunny Ray. But now you know it's because you're a flipping ray of sunshine, of course. So it's all, you can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I love it. Clarity. You sure are. I love this beautiful card for you. So awesome. And the red is just like, to me, it's just like grounded and feeling safe and secure to shine. For sure. I love it. There isn't a margarita in here, but that actually sounds lovely. I like RAE. My hairdresser, her salon is Ray's, and that's her daughter's name. Her name is actually Raylyn, but she spells it RAE. Oh, my friend did that too. My Cindy, her name was Cynthia, and she spelled her name Cindee. And I had a friend Marie who changed her name to Maree. So it's a thing. Kendra and Star Wars Badass Jedi. Thank you, Alita. Thank you for being here. All right, guys, the meat's still hot. Let's see, where are we at? Did I miss? Oh, sorry. Roberto. I got it. Well, I saw Roberto and me, so let me get it straight. Rob. Let's get a card for Rob. Oh, and now it's me and Rob. See, it's Daniel, Prince, and Anna again. I'm sorry. I'm saying Rob, so I'm going to pull Rob's first. It's Kendra, Jennifer, Robert. Oh my God, stop. The universe has such a sense of humor. We're going to park this here, and I'm going to pull you another card to clarify, because we already know all the sparks and all the passion. And there was a whole thing about the chipmunk's mouth and how much it holds and all the things. What does Rob need to know for this week? What is coming up here? Ooh, Seven of Pentacles. So, Seven of Pentacles is that card of pause and observing and taking in all of your work, all of your creations. And this is like, you know, what, bales of hay, but it's like, it's reminding me of like, just like all the things that have accumulated, all the things that you've created, all the work that you have done, and just pausing and having appreciation, gratitude, awareness, and then sort of like having that be what's sort of, it's like clearing all of this out as the wheel turns to set into the new that's coming up for you, and kind of using this alignment of the new month, the new moon cycle, the fresh energy coming in, all of the wands. And we just said this is all about the action, the Knight of Wands. But first, gathering up everything, right? Gathering up all of the things. So I'm feeling this energy of, you know, just sort of having that pause, that reflection, preparation, and then it's on, you know, because we're coming back to the table, the workbench, renewed and cords cut. Yes, I love it. Yes, yes, yes. Healing has started, ready for the new. Beautiful. I love it. Yes, we are on the same page. So that's what I'm feeling with this Seven of Pentacles. It's like you have all these resources. You have all of these things. We're just sort of recalibrating and realigning them like the chessboard in a way that works for you, in a way that used to work for me, doesn't work anymore. So I can shake it up and change it around and make it work for me again. And that speaks to some of the messages that you may have or haven't heard yet about the MacGyver aspect of like, okay, I have all of these things. I have these particular sets of skills. How do I, you know, work with this to create something new? You know, how do I make it work again? I tinker around with it and rewire it and have it work for me in this then all the wands come in, but the pentacles are the slowest moving, right? So it's like really having that thought and that contemplation and appreciation and gratitude and understanding of the necessity of all of that to get to this place. Yes. Past is past. Forgive myself and move on. Yes. Forgiveness and transmutation. I love it. Next step, creating the new. And I already told you some of my thoughts about that, so I can't wait to see it. I'm here for it. Master of none. That's important. We need somebody who knows a little bit of everything, for sure. But you are the master of some things, and you're going to step into embodying that energy too, which is this. Embodying that energy of your creativity and your sparks and all of the things that you have, that you do create amazing, beautiful things. And really, again, taking a moment to appreciate that for sure. And then step into the new. I love it. And, oh, that was laying down on the ground. 2 of Wands. Okay. This, I just left that behind. It's the same. It's that card of contemplation to take the next step, to do the thing, to launch. So it's before we step out, we step back and assess from that higher, wider vantage point. I love it. All right, Jennifer. Leo lady, let's see what's coming up for you. Let's see what we have coming in for you. Card for Jen. Ooh, you got the 7 of Wands. Perfect. 7-7. You guys both got the 7 energy, and to his slower, more methodical pentacles, right? Plodding along. We get the fire here. The Leo energy coming in with the fire of the Wands. And the 7 of Wands, we have this, now the 7 of Wands can speak to, you know, again, stepping back. This reminds me of like laying down in the grass and looking up and kind of seeing the wands. These wands can bring in like, some boundaries, like setting up some boundaries or some protection around all of your sparks, all of your work, all of your ideas, all of your inspiration, you know, and kind of having that sort of like a little bit of a protective barrier, but like, you know, just sort of you setting the perimeter. You setting the perimeter for your work and for your like passionate expression and interaction with others. So let me just see how she takes in the 7 of Wands. Protect your energy. You're being challenged and tested. Do you have the strength to keep going? Do you believe in what you are fighting for? In order to move further into who you really are, life will throw situations at you that will test you. Any setbacks that show up along the way are just tests. Is what you are working on what you really want? Prove it. Is what you have created been produced with rock solid foundations? With rock solid foundations? Or will it crumble when times get tough? Overcome the hurdles that are put in front of you. Protect what you have created. Have courage and stand tall. Yeah, it's perfect. So it's actually, they're both saying the same thing because you're in this beautiful precipice. You're at this 0 point in the wheel where you're like, well, that sucked. That season sucked. Okay. And we're like getting our bearings to turn the wheel and sort of gather up all of the things, set some new perimeters, set some new boundaries, take a look at all of the things and assess, you know, is this, working for me? Is it not? Is it feeling like a firm, stable foundation, or does it feel shaky or rocky? And so what do I have to do to reinforce the boundaries, reinforce the foundation? So it's kind of just like a check-in before the wheel turns and we step into this new back half of the year. You know, that's really what it feels like, is just really having this opportunity to recalibrate and then re-wield your wands with authority, with this energy of the king and queen, with the wands energy of just having it all embodied, you know, all of this and never ending creativity. I mean, come on, you guys. And the sevens are just like, well, first of all, we know it's a 7 year, it's the chariot energy, which is card 7. 2023 is a 7 year, 7 being a very mystical number, being a very high vibrational number, and definitely getting into this energy of the creation and what we are building and bringing into the new. So I'm really feeling this sort of like this this pause to sort of realign and reassess all the things. And yes, and that's also like where one is weak, the other is strong, that we have these different abilities and strengths and skills that can support the other and can complement the other. And so I love that 7-7 for you guys. That's beautiful. So really like standing together and bringing like energy into your vortex, into your, and I just love that it's basically was describing this card, like what you're building. So physically, energetically in your lives, to continue to persevere, but first pause and appreciate and also appreciate, like I'm saying, like I built that, I made that, you know, we created that. And also, despite all that other stuff that was going on, we created that. So that's amazing. So, love you guys. That's so good. I can't wait to see where this is all going. And Robert, we'll have to talk because I'm so excited for you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Ooh, now those 7s are going to jump out. I love that. 777 at the gas station. You don't get to see that number very often. Usually there's a couple extra digits in there. You are the bee's knees, Jennifer. I love it. Yeah, this was awesome, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, if you want to check out the walking meditations I recorded, check out my Sharecast. I'll be launching the June one soon. I'll be recording recaps of all these cards over there tomorrow. June Empowerment Pack. Love to see you there if you're interested. If you just want one reading for the month ahead, it could be for the full moon. It could be for the month ahead, whatever you're feeling called, or just in general. There is that option as well. But I thank you guys all for being here. I have some hot meat to go eat. It's always a good time. Thank you for letting us bring all of our weirdness to the table and sharing. And happy Memorial Day weekend. And I will talk to you all soon. Sending you guys lots of love. Till next time.